how do we tell stories conversationally? It's a lot of people can tell stories fairly well, and we are hardwired to hearing stories, and we see them in the movies. They always capture our attention. But especially when you're on stage and you're speaking, or even speaking to a small group or one-on-one, it's amazing how important a conversation is. Because I mean, if you're going to be speaking to a person right in front of you, either way, or a big group, either way, if you sound too rehearsed and you're just kind of talking to a script, people pick that up right away, and it seems disingenuous, annoying, boring, can turn people right off. Story with conversation, partly of how you engage your audience and make it authentic. But the other way to do it right is to be able to use conversation and dialogue. So if you're, rather than just narrating a story, if you have characters, try to use a different voice or a different tone of voice per character so that the audience can figure out who's speaking. And that alone makes things a lot more conversational. What do you guys think?
Good idea. I think we just did how to use our voice more effectively. That we recorded, so you can check on our YouTube video, and we can literally use, "Hi, how's it going? Oh, I'm not doing good." So you can tell how the person feels. I just did two people. You can tell with the voice, of the tone of the voice and face expression, it's coming to the other video you can watch, and that is really relatable. What the most important thing as a storyteller is that our story needs to be relatable to the audience. Over the years, I believe that the storytelling or public speaking style greatly changed. Used to be someone very authoritative person comes onto the stage and says something, you do this, you do that. And that's not really, we don't engage to the person. No one likes to be preached, and no one likes to be told what to do. But that person, if the person tells us a story and conversational, my wife told me the other day, I can immediately picture what I did to my husband immediately. So that's the power of storytelling in the conversational. And Tim is laughing, so I'll give it to you.
Just the way you said that was great. I'm aligned with what you're both saying on a couple of points. So one, I would say that you can absolutely have a story told in a conversational manner and yet still have rehearsed or practiced or written it down word for word in a sense, and delivered it in a manner that comes across conversationally. Now, this is not done as a script it once, read it once, rehearse it once, and then deliver. This would be something that is refined time and time again so that the story is ingrained in you, that it is captured in a way that the main thoughts and ideas and characters are all developed, and it's told in a way that it feels like it's the first time you're telling the story, and yet you've probably told it well over 100 times, because there's going to be slight word changes that you use, or different ways in which the character is described, or even the way in which the character speaks and delivers their dialogue, that it will need to be rehearsed so many times so that when you are telling it in a live environment or in a conversational manner, that it feels like it's organic. It feels like it's coming across like the first time you've told it. And yet, as I said, you will have told it well over 100 times because of that rehearsal process. But I am in alignment with you that the stories that we generally hear from people, whether they're on the stage or in business, the stories that have good development from the story structure to the way it's told through a dialogue versus a narration, through the ways in which the characters and the plot all develop, are all ways that can be told in a way so that you are not speaker man. Then this happened, then this happened, then this happened. It is really engaging the people that the story is being shared with to get their reaction and play from their reactions as well, seeing the expressions on their face when something surprisingly happens or when something that would anger them, and really building them into the storytelling process as well, so that they feel involved and you will be more engaging because you're playing to the audience. You're playing in a way that you want them to be involved. You want to draw them in and get them motivated to want to be a part of the story. I believe when you bring these elements together, that's what makes it more conversational and more engaging.
That's a good point. We have the video, how to speak without preparation, improv speeches. That's going to help how we engage our stories.
Yeah, and also one other point I'd like to make is the idea of addressing the audience as you personally, not you guys or how many of you. We say, have you experienced this? Imagine you were there with me. Right away tap into their psyche, they're listening. Oh, it's about me. And that's another way to really engage the person into a conversation. Even in a monologue, you can make it conversational, especially when you're making it about the audience that's receiving the message.